Have you ever felt like your life was planned out for you? Like you didn't get to make any choices of your own? And why is it so easy to follow what others think is perfect instead of asking yourself what you truly wanted and what would actually happen if you stepped off that path that they laid out for you to explore your own options? These questions have been on my mind a lot recently. As growing up, I've always felt like I had to follow a path that's set out for me, as the paths that set out for me from my parents and the education system felt easiest at the time, as I had that carefree energy of not having to think and plan out my future when someone's already done it for me. And when you're young, you naturally trust your parents as you seek advice from them about pretty much everything when you're younger. You seek advice from how certain things work, school, grades, how to talk to people, and they will give you those kind of responses based on their own experiences. And over time, you start to believe the things they say, and you start to believe this phrase of your parents knows what's best for you. This is what exactly happened to me, as through primary school and secondary school, and even into my A levels, I followed what my family thought was best for me, as it felt safe. It felt like the right thing to do. But I never stopped to ask myself if I really wanted this. And this thought came to my mind a lot during my A levels, as I struggled a lot. Like I'm telling you now, I came up with some bad grades and I struggled a lot. My grades weren't that great because I was getting C's and D's and even E's at sometimes, which in the UK standard is barely a pass. It felt like my whole world was falling apart at this point due to my lack of grades, and I thought I was failing my parents' expectations, and that crushed me on the inside. That sent me spiraling down, having all these deep feelings of regret and like resentment towards my past self. And by year 13, I had a breaking point. And I stopped caring. The subjects I was studying didn't interest me, and I realized I wasn't even passionate about the path I was on that they set out for me. And around my A levels time, I got caught up in the hype of entrepreneurship culture. The idea of starting a business as a teenager and becoming successful before you even hit your 20s. It was something different that the education system hasn't offered me so far. And I felt like at the time it called out for me. So I tried it. I started YouTube channels, experimented with copywriting, video editing, short form content. I did it all. But even then, I wasn't sure if this was what I truly wanted. The problem was that I had too many influences at the time. My business ideas came from online trends, from jumping from dropshipping to copywriting to long form videos, while my academic path came from my family. However, as you can see, none of these influences came from what I actually wanted. These were decisions made by others, and they tried to make me guilty if I didn't choose their own path. None of these decisions felt like they were mine. I was stuck in. That's when the gap year came along, and for the first time, I had space to think and breathe for how I want things to turn out. I explored things that interested me without this needed pressure behind me, and I realized how important it is to take control of your own life while you're young. I discovered that this YouTube channel is something that I really like to do. I have fun making these kind of projects, these kind of videos, and it gives me a purpose in a way that school has never given me before. This gap year has opened up more doors for me, and it cleared that mental thick fog I had through most of my life growing up, helping me see what actually matters to me. And at 19, I'm still a young person without having those heavy responsibilities of careers, bills, or even student debt. This is the best time to explore and to try new things and take those risks that you've been scared to do your whole life. So I just wanted to make this kind of videos on. So I wanted to make this video just talking about just take control of your life while you're young, because this can be the biggest step and the biggest change you can make in your life. As if you follow the traditional path of school, college, university, it's not impossible to pivot later, but it becomes so much harder to the point where you feel comfortable and just sticking into the traditional path instead of exploring your own options. Responsibilities pile up and the fear of failure looms even larger because you're an adult now. That's why I encourage you to try things as you're young, while you're young. Take that gap year if you really had something on your mind that you want to do for a while. Like go on holidays to a certain area, explore a certain thing, explore a certain hobby. Take a gap year to fully focus on it and understand your reasoning for certain things. Then if that leads you to university next year, fine by me, go for it. As long as you have the time to fully think it out and figure that it's actually from you. Focus on something that you're passionate about and put your heart into it and see where it takes you. For example, I never thought that 400 subscribers would be on my channel. To some, that might not seem like a big number because nowadays you see YouTubers left and right hitting 100k, having hundreds of thousands of views per video. But to me, it's incredible. Because from my past attempts where I've only reached a certain amount, where I only reached around 100 subscribers and then quit afterwards, I'm grateful to see that I keep on focusing on this and keep consistent with it. Because it reminds me of that progress, that it isn't comparing yourself to others, it's comparing yourself to your past self and see how you do from there. Because the questions that you have in life isn't somewhere on someone else's paper with all the answers. It's your journey where you have to find your own way. So, moral of the story. So to end off this video, my question is to you. What is actually stopping you from pursuing your path? Is it the fear from others? Expectations? Doubts? Remember, the choices you make today is gonna shape your future massively. If you've been in a similar situation of feeling lost in life, let me know in the comments below what's holding you back from achieving that goal of yours, skill or dream. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this type of content where I'm reduced to highly editing this and it's just me talking, like, subscribe and share your thoughts below and let me know in the comments that you like this type of content and I'll try and introduce it more. I am aiming for 1,000 subscribers by January the 31st, and I know it's a big goal, but it's better to have big ambitions than no ambitions at all. And your support will mean the world to me. Let's keep building this and take care, and I'll see you soon.